So come on anyway. See, the door was already open. You know when you go to some house parties and ain't nobody man at the door, so you can just walk on in, don't nobody know that you there. I'm sure she did just that. She said, I heard Jesus is at Simon's house, and I'm going to go and get him where I fit in. So here she is. She walks up and she gets behind Jesus. And I'm sure everybody in the room got real quiet when they realized that this woman was in the room. You know this woman, the woman who had a reputation, this woman who everybody has talked about, this woman decides that she's going to go and get at the feet of Jesus and begin to wipe his feet with her tears. Who is this woman that decides to come in and upset the party to get right in the feet of Jesus? But Jesus don't say nothing to her. He let us sit there. See, situations will tell you that you shouldn't be able to get to the feet of Jesus because you got a reputation, because they remember when you used to do drugs. When they remember when you used to be out there tricking in the street. They remember when you used to be a liar and a scandalizer. Jesus. This woman. Get to his feet. See, she came in the room. She didn't make no noise. She didn't make no boast. She didn't say, here I am. But when you know that your assignment and you understand your purpose, then you know for your permission to come to the house of the Lord. To get to his feet. She gets down and she begins to wash his feet with her tears and wipe his feet with her hair. She was willing to give up everything to get to the feet of Jesus. She needed something from him. She had an opposite attraction right there. His spirit began to speak to her spirit, and her spirit began to speak to his spirit. So he to her. She already got a revelation. See, the power of the thing changed it. Like she was in this beautiful moment of worship, and we need to realize the power of worship and how it changed our situation. But in this moment of beautiful worship, here come that old Pharisee decided he got to make a comment. You know how some folks is. You can be just all up in the spirit, and God can be moving in your life. And here come old devil, they got to come and say 2 words to try to take you out of your posture of worship. And so here he is at the feet of Jesus, washing his feet with her tears, drying his feet with her hair, and carrying over her very expensive alabaster box of oil, anointing his feet. And here comes the Pharisees, known as Simon. And Simon says, if this man was a prophet, and he knew who and what this woman was, he would not let her touch him. Now, I told you just a little while back that if you go into the book of Mark, and it tells you that the Mark the 14th chapter, that this man named Simon, whom Jesus is eating in his house, was known as Simon the leper. So here it tells you that Simon once had a situation. Once had an illness. Simon was an ostracized member of society. He was a Pharisee. He had been tossed aside at one point for the they had rendered him unclean. And so here he was. I was able to host the another chapter, and all he can say is if this man knew who she was, he would not let him touch her. See how quickly we forget sometimes where we came from. See, you remember there used to be a time you walked in the house of the Lord. There used to be a time when people didn't welcome you into the community of faith. There used to be a time when people said, oh, she ain't nothing but a harlot. She ain't nothing but an alcoholic. She ain't nothing but somebody with HIV. But he had been healed. And now he stands and says, if Jesus was a prophet. He comes with a double-edged sword. He questions Jesus' identity as a prophet, and he starts to make ridicule of this woman's position. But it was just a little while ago when it was just you and somebody needed a touch and give a healing from Jesus. But because you got a little status and you got a little healing, it's okay you want to call somebody else. But Jesus said, I'm not even going to deal with you like that. I'm going to tell you a story. See, I like how Jesus deals with me. It's much different than how we deal with things. Because if it was me, I would have turned around and said, you don't shut up and get out. But since it was his house, I'm sure he could have said that. But the thing about it was, he said, I'm going to tell you a story. You want to hear a story? Here we go. There were two people, two debtors, who owed a creditor a certain amount of money. One owed $500 and the other owed $50. And so Jesus said that the creditor forgave both their debt. He said, now which one you think loves him the most? Mama says the one whom he forgave. And so that was the key to the question. The reason that this woman could worship is because she understood much was her sin. Jesus had said earlier that she many sins she had. So she understood in this moment of worship that he deceived her as one of his own. That he didn't put her to the side like some other people had done. He didn't treat her like some of the other people had done. But he said to her, he said, you see this woman. So you see this woman. People in the room see this woman. See, girl, I came in your house and you didn't give me no water to wash my feet with. You didn't give me no golden kiss when I entered into the room. You didn't anoint me with anything. But this woman didn't get caught up in the party. She didn't get caught up in the crowd. She didn't get caught up in the she said, and who in the room? She didn't get the mayor and the governor were in the room. She didn't get the head speaker and the lead teacher were in the room. She didn't get all that thing that matters. And then Jesus is in the room. And so she took the thing she had. She took her hair. She took her leaders. She took her flag. And she went and she worshipped at his feet. And Jesus said, for this, I can tell her, your sins are forgiven. That's the word that we want to hear Jesus say. We want to hear him say, forgiven. It doesn't matter what somebody said about you. It doesn't matter what you used to be. If the truth be told, we all have a past one day. But praise be to God that Jesus came to die on the cross for us. He wants you when you are on drugs. He wants you in the midst of your disease. He wants you in the midst of the Lord. In the midst of a child on Christmas. He wants you in your darkest hour. I want your heart. I'll give you a piece of me. Forgiveness for you. Jesus wants us to know. In the midst of our midst. Can you worship? Can you worship? In the midst of your mess. When you even feel them, you do whatever you don't need to say, God, I may not be like I need. When it says in Mark, I'm vacillated between Luke and Mark. And he said that each time that gospel is preached, it will be a memorial to her. And yes, she did. She went from a woman whose name was scandalized in the streets. But then here it is that Jesus said that each time this gospel is preached, and it goes out across the land, that this will be a memorial to her. He tells her your faith has saved you. Now I told you a few weeks ago that your faith has to have an identity. Your faith has to be demonstrated. That God needs to be demonstrated in your faith. Your faith looks like. Your faith looks like it believes me when you can come and worship me. Your faith looks like it trusts me when you can let people talk about you in the middle of the room. But you still drop down on your knees to wash my feet. What does your faith look like? What your faith looks like? God trusts you. God believes you. God has faith in you. And for that reason, your faith has saved you. Your faith has ushered in your salvation. Your faith has redeemed you. Your faith has made you called one of my own. Your faith has made you be able to be a memorial throughout the land. Your faith has given you a new name. Your faith has given you a new identity. Your faith has made you whole. Your faith has made you well. She is one. I talk about it if you want. But I know what I'm here for. I know where it came from. And all this that we think of the time that Jesus came. He's the Holy Word. attracted to me. And he said, I still want you even though you're dirty. I still want you even though people don't want to hang out with you. But he said, I got an assignment for you. A power worship.